What's going on, everybody? Blazing here, and PLARIUM just did it again. They did it again, and we're gonna discuss two separate things here. We're gonna discuss one, the not being able to actually put out a damn patch properly, and then two, we're gonna talk about the damage that has been, or the damage reduction that has been done from my Hydra team, right? So first things first, let's address the elephant in the room, which is going to be these keys that you're seeing here, right? There's a lot of people that are going around showing that we have some screenshot. Let me pull up the screenshots here. So we've got this team right here for 34 billion, and we've got this one here for 16 billion. You're seeing these teams. The reason you're seeing them is because whoever did the keys, okay, they got their keys done post or pre-nerf or pre-rebalance. So when the Hydra Clash restarted, they did the Hydra Clash, they left it open, and then as soon as the server reset for them to be able to save the key, they went ahead and they saved the key, and that's why this is happening. PLARIUM, what the fuck? Seriously, why can't we, like, obviously, you know, people are smart, like, figure it out, you know, reset these fucking keys, reset everything. I don't know, but like, this is so absolutely dumb. How are you letting people, I guess not how are you letting people, but how could you not see this coming, right? How could you not? It's floating all over Facebook, and it's just making things even worse for you, right? Like, I've gotten multiple screenshots sent to me of like, this is being done post nerf, and it's not being done post nerf, it's done pre-rebalance, and they just save their key post rebalance. So if you're seeing this, I don't think this is the case, guys. I'm having a couple of people in my clan run the Trunda comp to try to get me back some feedback that have some pretty decent accounts that were able to put, you know, 80-90 billion up. So I'll keep testing it, I'll keep looking at some things, but let's actually talk about the team that I kind of work here, and I used to use for the showcases of which champion is better, which I still may do, still may not do, but we were testing out, and I did multiple runs on this on my account, right? So we used the double Emic, we used Duchess, we used Venus, and then for this particular showcase, I did Wallmaster and Thor. Now I did one pre-nerf, right, or pre-rebalance, and then I did a couple of runs post-rebalance. But we had pre-nerf or pre-rebalance. I need to stop calling it nerf because it's a nerf to our damage. That's what it really is. But we did 501 million damage. We had Wallmaster coming in at 166, and we had Thor coming in at 214. Okay, this was when taunt was still good, and we were able to create the taunt loop. So, and I think the one time, like every time I kept doing it, the damage got better. I think I might have some screenshots of like the first original one, which was like 430 million. But once I booked Thor, the damage did come up. All right, so post nerf now, I did 3 runs, with the first one coming in at 201 million damage, same team. Okay, so this one got roughly a 60% damage reduction. That's a big number. Now, for accounts like mine, for me, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. But the players out there, if this is what they were doing before, if they were doing 100 million and now they're doing, you know, 40, that's gonna hurt. The second run I did came in at 152 million, so this got almost a what, 75% reduction? I want to say, no, right? 3 times 45, 3 times 15. 40, well, let's call it like almost 70, right? 70% reduction in damage. And then the last one I did came out at 245 million, which is roughly about a 51%. We'll call it 50% damage reduction. So PLARIUM has basically across the board nerfed minimum 50%. Now, again, these were all done on auto. I didn't click any heads. I didn't do anything, which, by the way, we need a priority order for when these heads are up. We cannot be attacking the tormented PLARIUM. It should not be prioritizing, because I noticed a couple of times it was actually prioritizing the tormented with an A1, right? And yeah, that's, I mean, Duchess should not be doing that. If it's an AoE, fine, but the Tormented should have the least priority if you're gonna try to force this shit down our throats. But that said, the damage was pretty much consistent about where it should be. Now, again, on auto, if I was on manual, I probably would do a little bit more. The builds on these champions are not that crazy, right? So if we check out the builds that I currently have, let's look at Thor, or let me go recently used because I just used them, right? Or thought I did. Thor, bucket spell. Sorry guys. All right. So Wallmaster is in a relentless set and a perception, and I had him built with, where is it? Hydra. There we go. All right, so he was built at 259 speed, 100% crit rate, 302 crit damage. We're abusing the A2 here, right? We've got enough accuracy once his buffs start coming up, and then we do have the 20% ignore defense. We do have him fully booked, right? Fully mastered. Helm Smasher. Thor, we went down with a lethal and perception, or lethal perception and pinpoint. We do have him for stats wise. It was, you know, pretty much almost the same. 7k attack, 258 speed, 100% crit rate, 330 crit damage, 369 speed. Trying to make sure again that we're just using these guys both to their max potential. He's fully booked as well too. He actually has a 5-star Nature's Wrath, and then you know, Helm Smasher again for him as well. So the numbers are, we're at a complete loss here. Now this again is a huge problem for the lower end of the player base that was barely able to get their numbers and now are pretty much screwed. Like, they're not, the fact that they're not going to be able to get their, you know, PR rewards every week from the Hydra Clash. Let's actually take a, so it looks like we've got a couple of keys here that are still doing some damage. We got the delightful one here from one of my clan members. So what did he do here? He had 329 million damage. So he still will be getting his 1.3 billion. Some of the other teams here, let's see how bad they were affected. So he got 400 on hard, and Nightmare, he ended up getting 147 with this team. And this team should really, I mean, I'm guessing it's probably full auto. What do we got here? He's got on his Nightmare team, so we're talking Ninja and Mikage, 1 damage dealer, which is interesting. 758 with 92 million, right? So it looks like he got a pretty harsh damage reduction on that one. What do we got here? This one here is usually a pretty good damage. That went down to 39 million. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this one was for what difficulty? He used that on hard. This team on, I want to say brutal, used to do 700 to 800 million. This got a 90% reduction. That's insane. That's insane that it went down that low. No, not even. It got more. Yeah, no, 90%. Holy crap, PLARIUM. Like, I get we were trying to do some things here and change Hydra for the better, so you stop screwing things up, but this is just insane. This Wixwell composition got 72 million damage. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Hydra anymore. It's going to be an interesting bumpy ride. I mean, I've got people asking me for takeovers and all this, and I'm like, hold on, we're not doing anything right off the start. Let's test some stuff out first before we start building compositions and doing stuff. You do have that free gear removal, which I think is stupid. Don't use it yet. Don't start rebuilding stuff. Wait, run your teams as they are and make adjustments as needed. Don't just go destroy everything because PLARIUM, you know, strategically screwed this up, let's say, and you know, it's just making things harder. I really wish they would just think ahead, but they don't. They don't really think ahead, and this is kind of a big problem. Like, how do you not see this happening, PLARIUM? How do you not see what's going to happen prior to it? Like, you can't be that dumb. Literally, you can't. Guys, I don't want to rant too much. It's not healthy. I think we've got a lot of things to discuss anyways. We'll be discussing it again on the podcast. I might even move this week's segment up a bit to see how much of a shit show this has become and talk about Live Arena next week, but even that's a shit show. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. What would you guys like us to discuss this week? Would it be the shit show that's happening with the Hydra Clash this week, or would it be the Live Arena? What would make it more enjoyable? We'll go that way. Whichever more comments we get about either one is what we're going to discuss. That said, guys, if you do have some time, make sure to join us on Sunday 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we talk everything Raid Shadow Legends. We talk about all the bullshit that they do, such as this, and some of the good things that they do, you know, like fixing things that are broken, not waiting 2 years. Okay. And as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. I'll catch you guys next time.